Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Mini reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, back again with another mini reviews vid. Today I'm going to be giving you mini reviews of two recent films from two of the Comcast companies, Universal and Focus Features. Now, I'm going to do them by the order they came out, not by how I watched them and what have you. These two films were recently in theaters since earlier this year and are now exclusively on Peacock. So, and they're both horror themed and what have you. So, if you're ready, let's get into our first mini review. And yes, and as always, mini reviews will be spoiler free. So, let's begin. First up is Night Swim, released this past January by Universal along with Blumhouse and Atomic Monster. Now, this was written and directed by Bryce McGuire in his feature directorial debut based on a 2014 short film, yes, which I should have said, which came out a decade before, by done by McGuire and Rob Blackhurst. It's a supernatural horror flick starring Wyatt Russell and Kerry Condon. The film follows a suburban family who discover that their backyard swimming pool is haunted after a young girl named Rebecca Summers, well, gets pulled under water by something in the pool in 1992. Just to as she was retrieving a toy boat that belonged to her terminally ill brother. Now, the Waller family, Ray, Eve, and their kids Izzy and Elliot, are seeking a new permanent residence after Ray had been forced to retire from his baseball career due to illness. So they decided to purchase a house with a swimming pool in the backyard, especially after hearing that the pool would be good for Ray's condition. But however, it turns out to be the same pool from what we've seen in the beginning. But that's all I'm going to tell you about this film. Now, from what I've seen of the film, is it's okay and what have you, but I'm gonna say it just isn't great though. So, to be honest, it was it was okay. It just it did provide some pretty decent, fairly decent scares and what have you, but it's just not strong enough. I agree with Rotten Tomatoes saying despite a promising start and a handful of solid scares, the film is undone by a premise that just isn't strong enough to support a feature-length film. That's understandable. This film got dissed big time since it came out. The film sets at a mere 22% on the tomato meter. Yes. Variety reviewer Owen Gleiberman said audiences are never immersed in the movie's terror and wrote, by now opening in the same junkyard weekend slot we have in our Blumhouse production, this film right here, which restores a certain order to the cinematic universe by being as tepid and unscary as a proper early in January movie should be. Yeah, like I said, it's not really great and what have you. Uh, it does have a pretty decent score by Mark Corvin, which was fine. What have you? Now our characters, we had Wyatt Russell playing Ray. I'm gonna say he was pretty good. He recently appeared in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as well as Overlord, the 2018 horror flick. Playing his wife Eve is Kerry Condon, who recently appeared on Better Call Saul, and was recently the voice of the artificial intelligence entity Friday in various MCU films. Emily Hofarrell played Izzy. Well, she wasn't too bad. And Elliot was played by young Gavin Warren, who recently appeared in First Man and had recently appeared on TV shows like NCIS New Orleans and Fear the Walking Dead. I'm gonna say he was fine. There's several others and what have you, so the cast is okay and what have you. But like I said, this film just didn't have what it took and what have you. I mean, I appreciate the scary stuff though. That was pretty factually fair enough and what have you. But got off to a good start, but it kind of goes off the deep end of the pool, no pun intended. So, to be honest, I would say avoid this at all costs. Night Swim's not worth your time. Not even with it being on Peacock, which it just now premiered on Peacock today. So, Night Swim, avoid it. I know I've never seen the short film before, but if I happen to encounter it one day, maybe I'll look into it. We'll see. But anyway, don't bother with Night Swim. Not worth your time. For my score, I give Night Swim 2 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 4. Next film, please. The next film I'm going to be talking about is Lisa Frankenstein. Now, this was released by Focus Features back in February, a couple of months back, and by Universal internationally. Directed by Robin Williams' daughter Zelda in her directorial debut, written by Diablo Cody, who, of course, the mind behind the, if I'm not mistaken, Jennifer's Body and Juno. Well, and the film stars Catherine Newton as the titular type character, along with Cole Sprouse, Lisa Zambrano, Henry El- no wait, Eikenberry, Joe Christ, and Carla Gugino. The plot follows a misunderstood teenage goth girl who meets and develops a relationship with a reanimated Victorian era corpse. Now, Diablo Cody stated that the film is set in the same fictional universe as Jennifer's Body, which she did back in 2019. It focuses on Lisa Swallows, a lonely teenage girl in 1989 still struggling to come to terms with the loss of her mother who was killed by an axe murderer 2 years earlier. Lisa's father, Dale, remarries a horrid and narcissistic woman named Janet, and from the remarriage, Lisa gains a popular, cheerful stepsister named Taffy. And she spends much of her time in the local Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, much to the chagrin of her family. After an unfortunate Tang Bay electrocution, Lisa heads to a party with Taffy. She is then accidentally drugged and nearly sexually assaulted by a classmate named Doug. Well, she, well, disoriented and upset, she returns to the cemetery and speaks to the grave of a young Victorian man who died in 1837, expressing her desire to be with him. The young man had been a musician who had been, well, who had fallen in love with a woman in his own time before she had left him for another man, and he was shortly killed after being struck by lightning, leaving him to be buried in the bachelor's cemetery. But a bolt of green lightning strikes the grave after Lisa leaves. And the young man, referred to as the creature in the film's credits, is brought back to life as a lovesick zombie. Now then, I am going to say that this film was okay and what have you. Not great though. I liked it a little. Now the film sits at 51% on the tomato meter, saying it's an affectionate callback to classic horror comedies of the 80s. The film can be fun in its own right despite not quite measuring up to the movies it imitates. Yes, that's understandable. Richard Roper said that this film suffers from mixed genre syndrome and hops from horror spoof to trauma survivor story to pure camp to high school comedy, never really finds its footing. Variety said that it's neither scary nor funny and derivative, calling it a horror cum smoothie made of mostly of ancient moldy fruit. And The Guardian says the film feels a little trapped between two worlds, a tween sleepover comedy on the verge of full body horror. That's understandable and what have you. While I am kind of surprised to see that the late great Robin Williams' daughter Zelda directed this that was pretty good and what have you. But anyway, and Isabella Summer's score wasn't too bad. I did like the 80s thing though. It's just that some of the film kind of wasn't getting with me, going from one type of genre to another. This just was a mixed bag to me. Now, playing Lisa was Catherine Newton, who I know her from lots of films and what have you. Who, of course, I've recently seen her in, well, numerous films like Paranormal Activity 4, Lady Bird, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Pokemon, Detective Pikachu, Freaky, and more recently, Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania, which came out the previous year. Cole Sprouse, you know, of the duo of Dylan Sprouse, best known for playing Zack and Cody on Disney Channel, and also more recently he played Jughead Jones on the CW's recent hit Riverdale, plays the monster. Well, he's not too bad. Lisa Soberano plays Taffy, very funny character. Henry Eikenberry played Michael, Lisa's crush. Yeah, not bad. Joe Crest played Dale, Lisa's father, and Carla Gugino played Janet, Taffy's mother. Well, they're pretty good and what have you. But anyway, this film just kind of was a mixed bag for me, though. Now, before I go to my thoughts and what have you, I will say about the two films for their box office performance. Night Swim did factually okay, making 54 million against its $15 million budget. This one unfortunately bombed at the box office, losing to another Universal film, Argyle, which is set to be coming to Apple TV Plus. Anyway, this film failed to only bring in 9.9 million worldwide against its $13 million budget. So this ended up being a big disappointment at the box office. Yep. But however, Focus has been going on the downward spiral because they more recently had two more big bombs at the box office. But if I decide to watch them, I'll give you reviews of them later on if when they come to Peacock. So anyway, Lisa Frankenstein. I do like the 80s thing. The cast isn't too bad. The story's fine. Well, fine. It's just that it goes from one genre to another and whatever. It's just total mind blowing. And Zelda Williams' direction isn't too bad. Diablo Cody's story, like I said, not too bad. So overall, Lisa Frankenstein maybe worth a one-time watch. For my score, I give Lisa Frankenstein 3 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 6. So there you have it. There's my main reviews on Night Swim and Lisa Frankenstein. What did you think of these films? Have you seen either of these? If so, let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation, and continue to help support my channel grow, making it grow, and keep on viewing my vids and what have you to help me out and what have you. And and next time I'll be bringing to you my Saturday morning TV log of the Get Along Gang. So if you enjoyed this, check out my reviews for some of these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my spoiler-free review for these previous films from Blumhouse. The upper left-hand corner is my review of Halloween Ends. The upper right-hand corner is my review of my spoiler-free review of Megan, my favorite film of last year. Or if you like maybe something else and what have you, if you want to try to get over some of that horror stuff, well, I'd say just check out one of my previous main reviews vids where I reviewed the films Priscilla, The Holdovers, and Poor Things. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.